Welcome to today's class. They want to solve some important questions on chemistry, and these are some of the questions we want to draw or solve. The first question says, draw the Lewis structures of the following. Now, for you to do this, you must know what we call outermost electron of each element we have. Like for carbon, hydrogen, helium, lithium, barium, boron, carbon. Carbon is number 6. That is 2, 4. 2, the innermost electron will collect 2. The outermost one will have 4. Now this outermost one is what you have or you make use of while drawing Lewis structure. Oxygen is 8 electron, that is 2, 6. The outermost electron 6 is what we use. Now what you do now is, now remembering that whenever you see power of -2, it means that it will gain 2 electrons. So see what we do. Carbon 4 electron plus oxygen 6. 6 times 3, 18. 18 plus 2 electrons that it will gain because of -2. 18 plus 2 electrons that will be gained, that will be giving me 20. So 4 plus 20 equal to 24 electrons. These are the electrons that we will use to draw your Lewis structure. Now rule number 1 says that the element that is less electronegative will be at the center. Carbon and oxygen. Between carbon and oxygen, carbon is less electronegative than oxygen. Because carbon is less electronegative than oxygen, carbon will be at the center, surrounded by oxygen. Then, because we say raise to the power of 2 minus, it means 2 electrons is entering. Now, rule number 1 says the carbon, which is less electronegative than oxygen, will be at the center. Rule number 2 says assign a pair of electrons in between the bonded atoms. You can use dots to represent your electron. You can use to represent your electron. You can do it this way to represent your electron, whichever way is accepted. Now, I've assigned 2 electrons to this. Remember, we have 24 electrons. Now, as we are assigning this, we are to obey the octet structure. That is, they must have octet structure. Now, we have released 6 electrons from 24. If we release 6 electrons from 24, how many will remain? That will be 18 electrons, right? Yes. You put 1, 2, to make oxygen 8. Like oxygen is now having 8 electrons, that is octet structure. Another 1, 2. So I've released 6 electrons, 12 electrons. 18 minus 12, that will be giving us 6. I will release the remaining 6 here. Now, how many electrons do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. We have 24 electrons in full. Now, you will notice that the oxygens have gotten 8 full electrons, that they have obeyed octet structure. But the carbon, how many electrons does it have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Carbon has only 6 electrons. Carbon have only 6 electrons. It has not attained the octet structure. That is, it has not gotten 8 electrons. Now, we can't leave this in this way. All of them must have 8 electrons. That is why we say that this polyatomic anion undergo resonance. See what we mean? That will be, now, this oxygen can release 2 of its electrons to bond again with this carbon. You have 0, As this one releases 2 more oxygen, we have it this way. Now, if you release two oxygen, two electrons, and this one release two electrons from the oxygen, these 4 electrons will remain. We have 4 electrons left. Then this one will, all this one will retain, the electron will remain as it is. Now, do you notice that in this form it has undergone, it has attained altered structure? In this form it has attained altered structure. Yes. How many is this? 8. How many is carbon? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. How many is this oxygen? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. How many is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it has attained its altered structure. Now, do you know that it is not only this that can donate its 2 electrons to this? This one can do that. This one can donate as well. We have it. If this one donates its own, it will be in this way. If we donate 2 of its electrons, it will be in this way. Maybe this one, this 2 electron comes here. We now have, then all this one will remain as it is. As you can see, it is no longer this one that is donating at this one, it is this. Yes. As this one donates 2 of its electrons, how many electrons does it have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. How many electrons? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. How many electrons does carbon have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. How many electrons does this oxygen have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You can see, it still obeys its altered structure. Then it can also be in this form. This one, at this point, is the one that will donate the electron. Then, all this one will remain as it was. So, that means that as you donate these 2 electrons, this has attained altered structure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1. This one is donating 2 electrons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So one of these electrons is removed. This 2 electrons is removed because it's donated here. This one 8. This one 8. Then the carbon is also 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we can now say that it has attained its altered structure. So we said that this carbonate, polyatomic anion, is bit resonant because this 4 electrons you have here will give you double bond. That is 2 bonds. Double bonds, single bond. This is like double bond. So single bond, double bond, single bond. That is alternation of single and double bond. Single bond, double bond, single bond. It can also be like this. Single bond, double bond, single bond. It can also be like this. Single bond, double bond, single bond. That is what we mean by it is bit resonant. That is alternation of single and double bond. So that is how to draw the Lewis structure of carbonate. We go for the one of sulfate. Sulfate ions. Now, sulfate has 16 electrons. And that 16 electrons is put this way, 2, 8, 6. So this is the outermost electron we have to take. Oxygen has 8 electrons. And that is 2 and 6. This is what we take. Now, we say that SO42 will give us sulfur, the outermost electron is 6, plus oxygen, the outermost electron is 6, 6 times 4, 24. Then, plus, because it is a polyatomic anion, that is, that's 2 minus, we attach the 2 electrons that it must accept. That will be giving us 32 electrons. Now, we say the one that is less electronegative will be at the center. Sulfur is less electronegative than oxygen, so it will be at the center. We have 32 electrons to assign. So the rule number 1 says, put the one that is less electronegative at the center. Then, assign a pair of electrons in between the bonded atoms. We have assigned a pair of electrons. Then, after assigning a pair of electrons, the sulfur is now 8 electrons. 32 minus 8, that will be giving us 24. That's 24. Assign 6 electrons here to make oxygen octet, to attain octet structure. Oxygen has attained its octet structure 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 24 minus 6, that will be giving us 18. Assign another 6 here. So this second oxygen is also, so this 6 we assign, 18 minus 6, 12. Assign another 6 here, because we still have electron left. This oxygen is also octet now. 12 minus 6, 6. Assign another oxygen, another electron here for the oxygen. So count everything. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. We have assigned our, so you can see the oxygen is octet structure. I think they have 8 electrons. Then the sulfur also have 8 electrons. So it means that you can put it this way. So unlike this one does not exhibit resonance because it only has single bond or true. We go to the next one, nitrogen gas. Remember we say take the outermost electrons. That is what you need. Okay? So go to the next question, the last one. Okay, nitrogen gas. In the nitrogen gas, nitrogen has 7 electrons. That is 2, 5. This is the outermost electron. Okay? So since there are 2, it implies that any 2 means 5 plus 5. That is 10 electrons. 10 outermost electrons. So you put your N, put your N. Rule number 1, put 2 electrons, that is, put a pair of electrons in between the bonded atom. Then assign the remaining. If you put 2 here, it will remain 4. You put 4 here. If you put 2 here, it will remain 8. You put 4, 4, 4, 4. So that you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So after we put 2, it remains 4. After we put 2 in between the bonded elements, we say again, put your nitrogen, put your nitrogen. Assign a pair of electrons in between the bonded atom. After that, 10 minus 2, 8. Now we have two atoms. Divide that 8 by 2, 4. Put 4 here. Put 4 here. Has this undergone is, we have assigned the 10 electrons, but the question is, has it attained octet structure? No. Has it attained octet structure? No. This one will release 2 of its electrons. This one will release 2 of its electrons to be giving us. These 2 electrons will come up here. Then we have these 2 electrons. Then 2 electrons will come up here. So this pair of electrons entered here. This pair of electrons entered there. Why? It is to see that they attain its octet structure. Now, count the one of nitrogen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Count this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That means it will have triple bond. So this thing we drew here can be put this way. Because it also tells you that 6 electrons are here. So, and that shows us that it has 3 bonds. A pair of electrons, that is 2 electrons, make up a bond. These 2 electrons make up a bond, a bond, a bond. This is for nitrogen. This is for nitrogen. Then for hydrogen chloride, we say hydrogen has 1 electron. Chlorine, 17 electron, will give you 287. That is, this is the outermost electron. Then you now say 7 plus 1, 8. You now say hydrogen and chlorine. Rule number 1, put a pair of electrons in between the bonded atom. It will remain. Now, hydrogen has obtained duplet structure, that is maximum of 2 electrons. It shouldn't have maximum of 8. So it's only 2 that it will have. It remains 7 plus 1, 8. So when you put 2, it will remain 6. You put it here. So you have put it. A question can be asked on this. After drawing this, they can ask you how many shared electron. Shared electron. Shared electron means which one do they share? You say 2 electrons. Or if they say how many shared pair of electron? Shared pair of electron. Shared pair of electron means that how many do they share? 2. 2 electrons make up 1 pair. 2 electrons make up 1 pair. So these 2 electrons mean 1 shared pair of electron. 1 shared what? Pair. Then if they say how many lone electrons? How many lone electrons means which one do they not have in common? This one is on its own. So they have 6 lone electrons. Then when they say how many lone pair electrons? These 2 electrons make up 1 pair. These 2 electrons 1 pair. These 2 electrons 1 pair. So you have 3 lone pair electrons. That is also same with this. If they say how many shared pair? Shared pair. Shared pair. Shared pair means the one they share in common. So these 2 electrons make up 1 pair. 2 electrons make up 1 pair. So we have 3 shared pairs. How many lone pairs for this one? They have two electrons, this one is not bonded with this. This one is on its own, this one is on its own. So two electrons make up, two lone electrons make up one lone pair. Two electrons make up one lone pair. So this and this will be giving us two lone pairs. etc. We go to the question number 3. So note that one can ask you shared electron, shared pair electron, lone electrons, lone pair electron. They are different statements. Note that one single two electron makes a bond. Two electron makes a bond. That bond is called that bond is what we discuss on shared pair of electrons. Okay? So we now go to question number E. For CO2, carbon 4 oxide, how do we draw it? To draw it, carbon have 6 electrons, that is 2, 4 outermost electron. And oxygen have 8 electrons, that is 2, 6 outermost electron. So what you now do is C means 4 plus CO2 means 6 plus 6, 12. That is 16 electrons. That is 16 outermost electrons. So the one that is less electronegative will be at the center. That is carbon. Put a pair of electrons in between. So when you put 4, it will remain 12. When you put 4 electrons, it will remain 12. That 12 divided by 2 will give you 6. Put 6 here. When you put 6 here, the implication is that this attains outer structure, this attains, but the carbon has not. Then what will happen is that oxygen here will give two of its electrons to this. This one will give two of its electrons to this. That will be this way. So 2 electrons has moved to come here. Okay, so this is 1, 2, 3.